Hello, hello. So, are you curious what you could say to bring me to tears faster than Mufasa falling into a canyon or the end of the Notebook? Well, I got a treat for you today because I got 5 things that you can say that cut a realtor straight to the bone. Could even be tear inducing. I hope you get a few laughs. Just wanted to have a little fun today, So if you don't know me, my name is Kyle Lindsay. I'm a professional realtor with Remax Trinity here in Fort Worth. And keep looking over my notes. And if you're either watching this video because you're curious, you're bored, or you're a sadist that's looking for ways to make your realtor cry, then either way, I'm glad to have you and glad you're here. So let's get started. So to be honest, my clients don't ever really make me cry. Sometimes they get a little frustrated. But what I really like to call it is, hey Joe, thanks for stopping in. What I really like to call it is a test to my professionalism. When someone is especially challenging or asks one of those questions or gives me one of those statements that just makes me want to cringe a little bit. I can tell my wife, DJ, guess who was really testing my professionalism today? Or, man, today I think I had a contender for the world heavyweight in testing of professionalism today. So anyway, here are the 5 things. So we'll get on to that. The things that actually are testing my professionalism. First one is, I didn't want to bother you. Well, you hired me, so you're not bothering me. If you're talking real estate, you're not bothering me one bit. I hate to hear that because I don't want my clients to ever feel like they're bothering me, especially with real estate stuff. Obviously, would you feel bad about calling your car mechanic to check on the repairs, or would you feel bad about, asking your hairdresser about cutting your hair? I mean, I don't have that problem, but no, but if you're a client, if you're with a realtor, real estate questions are never a bother, not once. Now, if you called me and you wanted to talk about the latest Kardashian news, then you're bothering me. Don't do that. All right, so a few things that my sellers might say that bother me. First, so number 2 on the list, hey, my neighbor said they sold their house for X amount. Really? So your neighbor that has a house twice as big as yours just did all those upgrades, have a pool and you don't? That's the one you're comparing your house to? Is it? Just kidding. But I mean, also, and this is a scientific fact, memory is unreliable. So your neighbor may not remember what he sold his house for exactly. Also, neighbors have been scientifically proven to tell tall tales. They might exaggerate just a little bit. So number 3, so kind of in the same vein, when I'm talking to sellers, it's the big running joke in real estate that everyone thinks their house is worth more than it really is, for whatever reason. But the one that really gets you though, the one that really gets to a realtor is, Zillow said my house was worth X amount. Man, if you really want to test my professionalism, please compare my professionally prepared price analysis on your house to your estimate. Please. Zillow says 2 things. 1, they told me that they were going to send me qualified buyer leads that were willing and ready to buy a house. I'm still waiting on that one. 2, Zillow claims that you should still get a professional price opinion from a realtor because they know that their estimate is not 100% accurate. Most people know that, but it's a running joke, and it doesn't get used very often anymore, but please, people, don't trust your estimate. It might get you in the ballpark, maybe. But I will say, I just looked up a house the other day for someone. The estimate was $250,000, and I quoted them that I could get their house sold for $310,000. I mean, which one would you prefer? Also, not to just sit here and bash on Zillow, but Zillow has lost money on a lot of the houses they've done iBuyers for. Not all of them, obviously they wouldn't be doing it, but when they're even buying and selling the houses with their own algorithm, they can't get it right sometimes. So just saying, get a professional price opinion. Now moving on to my buyers. What do you guys say that really, really test my professionalism. Oop, little tilt there, sorry. So, first one is, hey man, so I was really excited, getting ready to move, getting everything packed up, but I didn't have anything to move it in, so I went out and bought a brand new truck. What do you think? Man. So, in any normal circumstance, I would be super excited for you. Get that brand new truck, you got the running board, you got the tinted windows, maybe even a lift kit. It looks great, sounds great, I love it. But if you're in the middle of a transaction, you might need to unpack and get ready to not move for a little while because you might have just lost yourself a house buying that truck. One of the things that I tell all my buyers that is true no matter what, sorry, my thing keeps shifting here. Let me turn it back just a little bit. I tell all my buyers, anything that might affect your credit report or your finances is locked in. Once you're pre-approved for a loan, don't change jobs, especially don't go to self-employed. Don't change jobs. Don't do anything that affects your income. Don't make any large purchases that affect your credit report. Don't buy a truck. Don't buy appliances. Don't buy furniture. All these things are understandable. You're moving to a new house. You're excited. You want to furnish it. You want all of this stuff there when you move in. But it could affect your credit report. And if that happens, and the underwriter looks at your credit, even up to 24 or 48 hours after you close, the whole deal may not go through. So just trust me on this one. This is not a phone call that I want to give to someone and tell them that we just lost the deal because they bought a brand new truck or appliance. Just lock it down, man. All right. And so number 5, when working with buyers. So we looked at a few houses and they finally want to make an offer and they come to me and they say, well, I know it's a ridiculously low offer, but I just want to see what they'll say. Well, everyone wants a good deal, right? And I get it. I'm an investor myself, but there is a difference when you're buying as an investor, when you're buying as a homeowner. There's a big difference. And no, those 2 episodes on HGTV did not make you an investor. You know, you may have a few more home design tips, but an investor you are not yet. What you might want to think about is what the end goal is. Are you out here buying a house just so you can get a really good deal? Or are you trying to actually find a house that you love and you want to move into and live in? That's the difference. And I will work my butt off trying to make sure that, 1, you're not going to overpay, but 2, you get a good deal in the house. All my clients can testify that I go to bat for them all the time, and I have a lot of uncomfortable conversations with the other agents, the other parties, to make sure they get a good deal. But when you make a ridiculously low offer, we're talking like, let's say the house is $200,000, you want to offer $120 or $150. All you're going to do is make that seller angry. Think about if you were in those shoes. You're going to be insulted. If this is not a fixer-upper or not an investment property, don't send a super low offer. You can get some money off or some other things, but the super low offers, they're pipe dreams. When people brag about that, they're probably embellishing a little bit. It's very, very rare to get a house with a super low offer unless you just happen to catch lightning, right time, right place. It can happen, but it's super rare. So anyway, look at my notes here. So there's my 5 things that are going to possibly make your realtor tear up. Maybe, they hate to hear. Hope you had fun with it. I know I did. And, most of this has been a little exaggerated for comedic effect. Hopefully some of that comedic effect had an effect. All of these things are based on real-life realtor experiences. So please, when your realtor's giving you professional advice, listen. They may know what they're talking about, especially if you hire a good one like me. When I give you advice and I'm trying to walk you through steps of things to do and not to do, the end goal is a smooth transaction for you to actually end up selling or buying that house you're looking for. Trust me, promise me, I'm not trying to punish you so that you don't get to buy that new truck. Just wait till after the purchase. Anyway. And so, as a quick last bonus tip, something I do like to hear that brings me tears of joy, the good tears, are your referrals. I'm never too busy for them, trust me, and I love to hear them. So if you know anyone, looking to buy or sell a house, please let me know. Let them know to reach out to me, or even better, let me know and I can reach out to them. So thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate it. Talk to you next time.